Good afternoon. We're here to talk about how to build a CV. And first of all, let's talk about exactly what we mean by a CV. A CV is a curriculum vitae. Some people call it curriculum vitae. And this is most generally used by members of the academy, people who are in the field of education of some form or another, typically PhDs or MFAs, in that case what we call a terminal degree. And I did want to show you some of the various elements in the building of one of these CVs, with that assumption that it would be for an academic setting. So of course, as you might expect, name and institution where you're currently located and your contact information, including address, city and state, phone, and email are important, of course, at the top. And then the various sections you would see. The first one would be a summary of qualifications. And then the next section would be education. And I will say from personal experience that sometimes building a CV can be, well, not as much as a dissertation, but certainly quite a lot of work because there are many, many elements to this. So education is our next area. If you have university teaching and administration experience, which most of you would typically have, any courses that you have designed and taught, it's important to include those as you're building your CV. Additional academic teaching experience, where you did that, what you taught. If you had any public school teaching experience, you would put that after academic teaching experience. And awards and honors that you've received, where and when, what it was, grants, any sort of recognition by any institution that which you were employed or had some connection with. Stipends as well are certainly important to include here. Publications that you have done throughout your academic career, this is an important place to put those. Conferences that you've attended, particularly those conferences at which you have spoken, are very important to include here too, so folks have an understanding of, again, within your particular discipline, where you've talked and what you've said. So having at least the title of your talk is a good idea here too. And if you've reviewed any texts within your particular discipline, you'll include those here too as another very important element of your CV. And graduate student advisement, which most of you have done some of course, and teaching experience. And your academic service. Memberships, that you may be a member of any association or organization. And if you have any business and professional work experience outside of the academic world, this would be a good place to put that as well. In this case, this example has some public service fundraising as well. And professional development outside, again, the academy. Languages that you speak and the extent to which you speak them. And your dossier or credentials reference letters. Some folks nowadays are maintaining those on a server with a link on the resume to that server. Similarly with references. And or you can include references here as part of the hard copy of the CV as well. And those are the basic elements of a CV that we see today in the marketplace. These can be a lot longer than the two-page corporate resumes that we also see. I've seen these as many as 25 to 30 pages, again depending on publications. So those are the basic elements of how to build a CV, and I thank you for your time.